Okay, well, in case you forgot who I am, my name is Miss Escamilla. Okay, boys and girls, we are moving on to the final part of the UPS check model. This C part stands for check. This is another really important part. It's all important, but the check part's pretty important as well because it's always good to be smart and check over your work to make sure that you did, in fact, do a good job. Now, the check part is pretty lengthy. There's actually a lot of steps to this part, but if you do them, you can ensure success. The first thing you're going to need to do, guys, is to look back and ask yourself, did I do what I planned? Did you do what you planned to do? Well, in this section, I plan to add these two numbers together to determine my answer. Okay. And in this section, I added those two numbers and got my answer. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I feel pretty comfortable. Yep, that I did do what I planned. Okay. The second step is you need to ask yourself, did you do what you said you needed? Did you find what you said you needed to find in the understand part? So did I find what I said I needed to find in the U section? So let me go back and see what I said I needed to find. In the U section, I said that I need to find how many visitors rode the water slide in the first 2 years. Okay. So I added the first year number of visitors and the second year's number of visitors, and I got a total. And so this total represents the number of visitors that rode the water slide in the first 2 years. So I would say, yeah, I did find what I said I needed to find. Then I need to check my computation. That means I need to go back and make sure that I actually added correctly. If it was multiplication, you would need to make sure that you multiplied correctly. If it was division, you would need to make sure that you divided correctly. Checking your computation just is to go back and make sure that you did solve the problem correctly. So I'm going to just double check my work. I know that 3 and 4 make 7. That's correct. 7 and 6. Let me double check. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. I carried my 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Okay, that's good. 4 plus 6 makes 10. So I put my 0 there. I carry my 1. 1 and 3 make 4. Plus 5 equals 9. Yep. My computation looks good. Check that off. Okay. Then I'm going to ask myself, well, is my answer reasonable? Now, is my answer reasonable? Now, this makes me realize that I skipped a really important step in the plan section. Silly Miss Escamilla. Draw a little sad face. Wah, wah, wah. Aw, Miss Escamilla, you're so forgetful. I forgot something really important. In my plan section, I forgot something called estimating. Okay? Estimating. Estimating means finding a close answer, but not getting the exact answer. I forgot to estimate, so I'm going to estimate. I'm going to go back up to my plan section and I'm going to estimate. So if I have 34,573, I'm going to go ahead and say that 573 kind of rounds up to the next 1,000. So 34,573, if I estimate that, that's about 35,000. So 34,573 is about 35,000 if I were to estimate or round it. And then 56,364, I know that 364 is less than 500, so that's going to round down, which tells me that 56,364 is really about 56,000. And I'm going to add those two numbers together, my estimates. 35,000 is an estimate of this number. 56,000 is an estimate of this number. And then when I add those together, 0 and 0 make 0, 0 and 0 make 0, 0 and 0 make 0, 5 and 6 make 11, 3 and 1 make 4 plus 5 is 9. I get an estimate of 91,000. So if I were to add 34,573, 56,000, and 364, it gives me about, not exactly, 91,000 because I estimated. Okay, which leads me to the next part of the check model is I have to ask myself, is my answer close to my estimate? Is it close to my estimate from the plan section? Well, we estimated 91,000. Look at the exact answer we got. We got 90,937. And you have to ask yourself, is 90,937 close to 91,000? It is. So I'm going to write yes. So because it's close to my estimate, that can answer our next question. Is my answer reasonable? That means, does it make sense? Is it reasonable to say that 90,937 people rode on the water slide? Yeah, it's pretty reasonable because it's really close to my estimate of 91,000. Okay? Then I need to make sure, did I include labels in my answers? Did I label my answers? Did I label my answers? Oops, sorry. Did I label my answers? Well, I come over here, 90,937. We said that represents the number of visitors that rode the water slide in the first 2 years. So did I label it? I sure did. I'm going to put a check and a check and a check. Okay? That's a lot of work. But if I invest that time and energy into this, that tells me that I probably got my answer correct. Okay? So now that we've done this, we're going to practice in class. So pay attention, work hard, no excuses, and you will be successful.